You think you're losing money because you don't understand the charts. You've spent months staring at RSI, MACD, and Fibonacci levels like they're holy scripture. But here is the cold, hard truth. Your strategy is probably fine. Your brain is the problem. Therefore, we aren't talking about indicators today. We're talking about the biological glitch that makes you crave poverty. Most gurus tell you to just be disciplined. That's garbage advice. It's like telling a drowning man to just breathe. Discipline is a muscle, but your biology is a flood. Therefore, if you don't learn to hack the chemical cocktail hitting your bloodstream when that candle turns red, you aren't a trader. You're a victim, waiting for a market maker to pick your pockets.
You place a trade. The setup is perfect. It's the A+ setup you saw in your backtesting. But the market ticks 2 pips against you. Therefore, your amygdala, the primitive lizard part of your brain, screams lion. It doesn't see a losing trade. It sees a threat to your physical survival. Your heart rate spikes. Your palms get sweaty. You are no longer the rational person who wrote a trading plan in the calm of a Sunday afternoon. You are now a cornered animal trying to fight a $6 trillion a day monster with nothing but a mouse and a prayer. You want to close the trade early to stop the pain. But if you close it now, you'll feel like a coward. Therefore, you do something worse. You move your stop loss further back. You give it room to breathe. You tell yourself you're being flexible, but you're actually being hunted by your own DNA. Therefore, you have turned a controlled risk into an infinite liability.
You moved the stop. The price keeps falling, but you've invested too much ego capital to admit you're wrong. Therefore, you do the unthinkable. You add to the losing position. Averaging down, you call it. You think you're being a shark, but you're actually just a whale throwing blood into the water. Now the loss is 5 times larger than your original plan. You're paralyzed. But the market doesn't care about your mortgage, your pride, or your conviction. Therefore, it hits your margin call. Account blown. Stop. Look at your hands. Are they shaking? This isn't a lack of knowledge. This is a dopamine trap. When you win, you feel like a god. When you lose, you feel like dirt. But the market is mathematically neutral. Therefore, your emotional attachment to the outcome is the very thing preventing the outcome you want. You are treating the market like a mirror of your self-worth. But the market is just a giant scoreboard of human error.
Here's the angle no one else is talking about. Stop trying to be a prophet. A prophet tries to see the future. A prophet is emotionally devastated when they're wrong because their vision failed. But if you shift your identity to a casino clerk, everything changes. Does the guy dealing blackjack cry when a player hits 21? No. He collects the cards and deals the next hand. He knows the house has a 5% edge. Therefore, he is profitable because he trusts the math over the individual hand. You need to fall in love with the process of losing. If your strategy has a 60% win rate, that means 4 out of 10 times you must lose. It's a mathematical certainty. But most traders treat every loss like a personal insult or a failure of intelligence. Therefore, they break their rules to avoid the insult, which leads to the catastrophe. You have to realize that a good loss, one that followed your rules, is worth more than a bad win. A bad win where you broke your rules and got lucky, is a poison. It reinforces the wrong behavior. Therefore, it ensures your eventual bankruptcy.
So how do we fix it? We create friction. We build a wall between your lizard brain and your bank account. The physical barrier. If you feel the heat in your chest, walk away. Your brain is literally incapable of making a rational decision when the amygdala is in charge, but you'll want to stay to fix it. Therefore, you must have a physical kill switch. The rule of 2. 2 losses in a row, the laptop shuts. No exceptions. But your ego will scream for revenge. Therefore, you must delete the trading app from your phone for the rest of the day. Trading isn't about being right. It's about being consistent. But consistency is boring. Therefore, 90% of people will fail because they crave excitement more than they crave profit. The professionals? We're just here to collect our edge, one boring, emotionless trade at a time. You came here looking for a secret indicator, but you found a mirror. Therefore, the only thing standing between you and a funded account is your refusal to let go of the need to be right. If you don't control your emotions, the market will use them to pay someone else.